What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Christian Hanna Horror here, and today we're doing the review of the new Child's Play movie. Just got out of the theater, everything's still fresh, everything's still with me, and I'll try to keep the very beginning spoiler-free, and once I get to the spoiler parts, I'll let you know. Okay, so going into this movie, I really didn't know what to expect at all. I expected there to be the technology type feel to it, but I wasn't really sure how it was going to be played out, the way the doll was going to be, of course, because I haven't seen the movie. But I gotta say, just right off the bat, I thought the movie was really good. I mean, I really did absolutely enjoy the movie from the start to the finish. Had my attention the entire way, and I actually had a wide variety of emotions, which was a little bit surprising, but pleasantly surprising. So there are similarities with this and the original, with this being a quote-unquote remake. The character of Andy, mom, it's that relationship, and then obviously the doll being a Chucky doll. What I did like about this remake was it only really took the core values of the movie from the original. The mom, the son, and the doll. I mean, other than that, this movie is its own animal, its own story. It doesn't really just steal anything besides it being a remake, of course. And I really like that. They really had a clear vision of how they wanted to do this movie in today's day and age. Okay, so I'm about to get into spoilers, so here we go. For the most part, everything they did, I really rode along with it fairly well. There were a few things, like the technology, for instance. The technology is clearly more advanced than things we have in today, but it seems like things that could be possible in the future, I guess. I really like how Chucky or the Buddy dolls are basically like the Alexas, or it's all about syncing up. You plug the USB into the doll, and then that goes to your phone, and you connect your Buddy doll. And the way that they made Chucky evil, I mean, I get it. I guess I liked it, because I was wondering, how is this doll going to become just violent? And the way they did that in the beginning with the gentleman getting fired and just losing his all hope is, you know, deprogramming that doll real quick, making him evil, and then packaging him up and shipping him away. I wonder if there was a comment on how manufacturing and working is done overseas with those kinds of conditions, because I think that was some bit of a commentary on that. I'm not sure, but they did make it seem like, you know, the Vietnamese warehouse workers and stuff, they slave away for nothing. So that was interesting, but I liked how they did that. It seemed like the relationship between Chucky and Andy was really different, because like in the original, Chucky's all about himself. He wants to tell Andy the secret, then wants to possess Andy. But Chucky in this movie wants to protect Andy. And when Andy has, you know, the boyfriend and the wife that's mean to the mom, and Andy's like, I hate him. I like the way that played out, because Chucky, it was a different type of struggle between the two, and it was all about Andy feeling guilty. You know, Andy was the one saying these things like, I hate him, I just want him to go away, and Chucky's like, I'll make him go away. So that was different, but man, it played out great. Aubrey Plaza, she was great as the mom. I don't know, she has a very much of a likability. She looks just American, normal. She's not the Hollywood looking type, and that was perfect for this movie. You know, we didn't need no kind of like bombshell Hollywood looking girl in this, but Audrey's easy on the eyes. The development between Andy and Chucky was really great. I loved the way it played out. No complaints on that whatsoever. The comedy was nice, because the horror that builds between Chucky and Andy is very serious. It builds up nicely, but the small comedy relief between the friends that Andy has and stuff, I mean, it's funny. These kids seemed like they were more in tune with how kids are today. Kids today are a little bit smarter than, I feel like they're more wiser, they're more smarter because of the technology, and they're able to learn about things much quicker than we were when we were younger, because I grew up, there was no cell phones that everybody had, and you were more innocent. So the Andy in the original definitely was more in tune with how kids were back then, I think, and then the Andy in this movie was actually, I felt like, in tune with how kids are today, because ease of access, technology, you can learn things, and you know about things way quicker than you probably should have. So yeah, the battle with CGI and then the prosthetic doll, I really think the CGI only kicked in at the very end, and the only part of the movie I felt was, I don't want to say weak, but I was just kind of like, I had to really suspend a little bit of reality at the end. You know how the mom was tied up, and she got the rope around her neck. That must have been a collaborative effort with Chucky possessing all these dolls through technology to somehow do this, because I'm like, how did she get the rope around her neck? Who put it on the forklift? And I don't know. I assume it was all technology based, how Chucky was able to manifest this stuff. But I'd say the only part that I wish could have been more grounded in a little bit more reality was the end with the struggle between Andy and Chucky, and then the mom getting held captive by Chucky. And yeah, so other than that, I really don't have any complaints. I think this movie was really good. I don't think it was overly fantastic, like out of this world great. I just think it was really good, and I can't exactly say what could just have been better. I don't know. It was just really good. I'm not over the moon, like going crazy about it, but I really enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it, and I don't want to compare it to the original because the original is going nowhere. I can still enjoy that and love the franchise, and now I've got this modern kind of remake. I think this is the right way to do remakes, where you take core elements from the movie, but really modernize it and make it relatable to today and make it scary with today's issues and technologies, and they did that. I think the look of Chucky could have been refined a little bit more. The Buddy dolls, I don't know, they seemed very just there's such a high contrast when you see the dolls in the movie because they just seem like they don't match anything in society. The way the dolls looked, they still felt very 80s looking dolls. I think they should have really made more of a serious attempt to modernize the look of the doll. I mean, I like the Buddy doll, don't get me wrong, because it does look retro, but I think they could have maybe made some adjustments with how to make the doll look more modern and for today's kids. So other than that, that's really the only minor complaints I have. I give the movie a solid 7 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. And as far as the television series with Don Mancini goes, I hope that succeeds as well. There's no reason for me to have to say, okay, this is good, forget Mancini's TV show. I want it all to succeed. I want it all to do well because that's how I am. I want everything to do well. But with this remake or reboot, whatever you want to call it, yeah, it was really good. Highly suggest going to the theater to enjoy it. The music was also fantastic. Can't leave that out. Definitely had that toyish feel. A little bit on the lines of Child's Play 2. So there you go, guys. I give the movie a solid 7 out of 10. Child's Play 2019. This is Christian Hanna Horror. Go see the movie.